Texas. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Now a first down throw. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to have a third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man, the tight end Fells. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40 off the draw.
Here's Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain you.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jordan Brooks racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the 2 most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now, Charles, a look there at the Ravens draft class for 2020. And I tell you, for a team picking late in the draft, they came up with a couple of gems in the first few rounds.
They absolutely did, because when you're picking that late, you're not expected to get some of the best quality players in the draft, but they did. Patrick Queen at 28, maybe the top linebacker. And then for some people, J.K. Dobbins at 55 as a running back. A lot of people had him number 1 on their boards.
To throw on third down, Watson. David Johnson here on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on third down, good for 28.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 9.
Watson now on third down, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Play action. It's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On first down, it's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Watson. Short throw. Fells has got it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Complete to Darren Fells. No gain on
that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, here's Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this out past the 25. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
At the 23-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jordan Brooks, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They're going for it with the option right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. On 1st and 10, Watson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. To throw is Watson from the gun on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Watson on target here to Fuller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. To the air yet again. Watson on the crossing route. Complete. It's Cobb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. He gets it left side to Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
No good.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen, and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So we have come to half. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
21. Texans.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Watson over the middle. It's Fells. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Watson got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Watson on first down. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That's complete right around the 8. And the Texans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, it's Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
They go play action with Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
He probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
At their own 25-yard line.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here, and fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talking.
Brandon Cooks, the 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is
through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 79 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score. Ravens.
Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8, and I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's second down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Now it's Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And here's the Ravens defense as they head back out there now. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Watson looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll throw from the gun. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Queen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
We've been around this league for a while, and
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Patrick Queen in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jordan Brooks in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after it.
On 1st down, Watson, open man, the tight end fails. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
43-yard line.
From the gun, Watson over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break through.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. there were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Made by Whitney Merciless.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Houston set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The 40. He's at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time play there for the Texans. 47 yards. On first down, it's Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Sacked there by Whitney Merciless, and sometimes he gets overlooked on this Houston defense with J.J. Watt on that side of the ball. But remember, he was the 1st-round pick for this Texans team back in 2012. And in 2019, led the team with 7.5 sacks and 4 forced fumbles.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st down, Ravens.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Lost man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
at their own 25-yard line.
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Complete.
We got a plane to catch.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And call it no gain there on the first down play. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
7-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really long.